Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stabbing with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays episode 287. And we're going to do a cute little birthday / Halloween inspired card today because Halloween is right around the corner. And this way you can use it, maybe you don't do Halloween or you just like to do fun cards. It'll work for both. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome. So I am wearing my Toronto Maple Leaf shirt because even though I live in Arizona, I am Canadian. So I have been enjoying the game. Last night, oh my gosh, it was like over 6 hours long. It was just crazy, but anyways. So I'm glad we're in Arizona because it was only like 12:30 or something when the game ended. But my sister in Canada, that's like 3:30, so she didn't even get to watch the whole game. So that's a little bit off topic, but anyways, so that's what we're going to do today. So if you are new to my channel, I'm in the chat room during the video premiere. So head on over there. I'll be there with my friends. If you're watching the replay, you have a question or a comment, leave it down below, and then YouTube lets me know, and then I can reach out to you. All right, so that's all I want to blab about really quick. All right, so close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, so I have pulled out quite a few things today for this super cute card. So we're going to use the Party Piggy. Now, it does have a stamp set, so you could use it as well. But I'm just going to use the die for the party hat. Even though it does have a party hat, I want to make my party hat a little bit different. So I'm just going to use the die, but you could certainly, stamp that if you want and use that. I'm also using the Fright Night die. Now this does have a stamp set, but I'm just using the die. I'm using Choose Happy, not 29 anymore. Sorry for that reflection. And then my long time no see. I'm having so much fun with this stamp, so I can't put it away yet. All right. And we're also going to be using rainbow adhesive back dots and the Weekend Adventures Designer Series paper. So this, you might have missed this paper. So when I was going to do this card, I wanted some striped, but since I'm having it be kind of fall Halloween birthday, I wanted some stripes. And then it also had this real fun plaid, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect paper, and it's not used probably as it was intended. It's got some really fun designs. It's got acorns, but look how cute this is. It's probably more scrapbooking-ish, but it's just got some really fun designs. I love this. That is so cool. It looks so like the midnight sky. It's got some cute little trees, and then the acorns behind it, and then the stripes. And what's behind the stripes? Oh, the plaid is behind the stripes. All right, so this is really cute. So it's Weekend Adventures, and it is online. So you want to grab that. All right, I'm just going to set it off to the side so it falls on the floor behind me. All right, so I have done a little die cutting ahead of time. All right, so I want to get my little llama stamp so she can be drying while I do other stuff with the card. All right, now I'm just going to fussy cut her out, and I'm going to color her with the blend. So I'm going to stamp with the Memento, and then we'll put the little scarf on her. So this is Linda the llama. She is having a birthday, and it's on Halloween. And it's a high birthday, like high number. She won't tell anybody her age, but it's up there. So this is the perfect little card to give her. All right, so that's going to go on the inside. This is going to go on the inside. So see how cute this paper is? And then I just put these two designs together because I am going to use them on the front. So as long as I have enough DSP, because sometimes I do use retired DSP and then I don't have enough to do anything on the inside. But if I do, and I use two different kinds on the front, I usually try to use them on the inside as well. So the inside, you know, goes with the front. All right, so we're just gonna kind of get our card assembled a little bit while Linda Llama is drying. All right, so the card is basic white thick. And then I'm gonna also put these two together on the front like that. Now, I'm going to use the green tip glue to glue these because I have a little bit of a wiggle room when I'm putting these together because they are the same vertical size. So I just want to make sure I can, you know, get them lined up right. So if I used the seal, as soon as that touched, it would be stuck. So this just gives me a little more wiggle room. All right, and then this is going to go on the front. Like that. And this is going to go on the inside. So we're going to make this card be kind of tongue-in-cheek maybe. All right, so we have so many candles. And I'm going to stamp this down here on the bottom. Because even though Linda's not telling us how old she is, we're just guessing. All right, I'm also going to put this. I'm going to put it at an angle. And it says, I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. I'm also going to use the journaling marker, and I just want to make sure it's good and inked up here. And I'm going to turn this into like a speech bubble. So I'm just going to go around like this. And then just kind of do that for now. So it just kind of is like somebody's thinking that, right? All right. Now, while I've got my marker out, let's also, here's the little die from the Party Piggy. And I'm going to draw some lines. And I'm going to make my own little hat. So just a little kind of funky looking. And then I'm also going to put some lines. You could put lines, you could put dots. I'm just putting lines. It just makes it look a little more funky. All right, I also have the spider, Eek, and this is one of the dies as well from that Halloween one. All right, so let's bring our little llama over. So it is a Halloween party, but it's a birthday party. So I'm gonna make the colors be kind of fall-like so that they'll go with the designer series paper. So I have a few colors over here. So I have a light flirty, which I want to put on the cheeks here. All right. And then I have dark flirty for the ear holes. And then dark bubble bath. I love bubble bath and flirty together. There's so many colors that I do put together. I have a little book, and I just kind of keep track, because like some colors I automatically know, like, oh, I like granny apple green and lemon lime twist together, but sometimes I'll play with colors like later and go, oh, that was a good combination. I need to remember to use that another time. So I just have a little book that I keep, keep those things in track of. All right, so I'm also going to put some dark flirty on my hat. And I also forgot, hold on a second, let me bring this over. I have this candle from that Shoes Happy. So we're just going to stamp some candles around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good, since we don't know how many it really is anyways. All right, so let's go back to our hat. All right. Okay. And let's see, I also want light gray granite. So we're going to go light gray granite, and I'm going to put this off the side of the candle. Since they're stamped like directly on the card, I want it to make them look like they're popping off the card. So just by putting that little light gray granite, I'm also going to put it around this, so that kind of pops as well. Okay, so while I have the gray granite out, let's start to color Linda the llama. So this is just light gray granite. So I'm just going to give myself like a base color. With the light gray granite. And then I keep going, it's either a llama or an alpaca. But I did Google, and this is a llama because of the ears, supposedly. All right, and let's see here. So we want also my dark gray granite. So I'm just going to come in here. So I'm just kind of coloring all over the place, aren't I, today? All right, so we have our dark gray granite kind of on these little wild hairs. Okay. Let's see. I'm also gonna take dark smoky, and I want to do a cute little nose on my llama. So I'm just going to bring that to there and make the little nose. And then we can put a little dark smoky, just not too many places, but just a kind of a couple. All right, and then I'm also going to put some on the candles. So I'm going to go, so they're just, I'm just doing like every other one with the dark smoky, and then I'll come back with the light and finish it. So that was dark smoky slate, and then I'll just take the light smoky. Okay. And let's let's also do dark daffodil on the candle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take dark lemon lolly and I'm going to do like kind of like this. So then it makes it look like the candle is lit. A flame, whatever. All right, now I'm also going to go dark flirty. So I love flirty and the grays and the smoky slates together. I love pink and gray together. It almost gives you the feeling of like sepia, or like it's black and white, kind of with a little touch of pink. All right. So that is good for now with there. All right. Now I'm going to take, where's my light smoky? Here's light smoky. And we're just going to put light smoky on the little nose area. All right. So now we can start coloring the hat and the scarf. So she is a fashionista, so everything has to coordinate. So we have dark calypso. Okay. And then I have dark timid tiger. And I like these two colors together too. Okay, I'm just gonna finish the hat. And then I'll do the sweater. All right, so then we have dark granny apple. And then I have dark lemon lime twist. So another combination I like. So hopefully you are writing these down. All right, so there's the little hat done. All right, so now we can get back to the sweater. Well, it's not a sweater, it's a scarf. I mean, it could be a turtleneck, all right? All right, so we have the dark calypso. And then I'll skip one. And oh, this one always throws me, these two right here. Then I'll skip. And my arm's in the way. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's dark calypso. Then we have our dark timid. And you can see I'm not putting the lids on like fully till I'm done. I'm just kind of resting it on there. So just don't forget to put your lid back on. But then I'm not like having to open it like, all right. But I just kind of rest it gently. And then I have my light timid to finish it up. But look how cute those colors are together. It just gives you an extra little dark, kind of orangey, right? All right. And then I'm going to do the scarf, whatever that is, the tie. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the dark calypso coral. So come down like that. And then our dark timid. And I'm going over the Calypso a little bit, just like I do when I do the Granny Apple and the Lemon Lime. I do go over it just a little bit, and it helps blend them and just soften, you know, soften that line where the two meet. And then we'll finish it with the light timid. Okay. So see how that looks? It looks very cool. All right, now we're going to do our dark Granny Apple. So these are kind of fall-like, but they went really well with the DSP. So it's dark Granny Apple, and then we'll finish with the dark Lemon Lime twist. So by using them like this, it kind of gives you like that bright, you know, that highlight down the center. All right, so there is that. Okay, and then I need to go and close all my blends that I didn't close. All right, now we can put our card together. So we have this here. I am going to do some fussy cutting, but she's pretty easy to cut out. I'm just going to cut away some of that extra cardstock because it makes it easier to cut out, and then it's not catching on the scissors. I am going to leave like a white border around. And as I mentioned the other day, I do have a couple of my long time no see Class in the Mail kits available, and those are ready to go, and they include the stamp set. I do have one team one available, and that doesn't have the stamp set because you order the stamp set on your own, and then that's at a discount. So you can join my team now for as little as $35, and then you could take advantage of that. I don't offer all my classes, but most of them, but there's the odd time that I can't. All right, so we have our cute little llama. I am going to take my gel pen, and we'll put some little freckles on her. I also want to take a little gel pen on my eek, and you can get I have a link to the gel pens that I use on my blog. There, that just makes it glow a little bit. I'm also going to put a little bit on my hat. And a little bit on our spider legs. Because she's not creepy enough as it is. Okay. So that can sit over there. All right, so let's put this on the inside, and this will just give these things a little bit of time to dry. It takes that gel pen just a minute or so to dry, especially if I put it on thick. All right, so we have our cute little saying on the inside. So cute. All right, I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not turning on anymore. So we need to think, who is saying that? So I think the spider needs to be saying that. So we're going to put a little green tip glue right there. And I'm going to hope I can pick this spider up without freaking myself out and not blurring my gel pen. So I just have him, let me use my pick tool. I just have him kind of sitting there, and he's the one that's thinking, I don't know about you. So this is just gonna take a second to soak up into that glue underneath there. And it looks like my gel pen is still, I'm blowing on it, still a little damp. Okay, I think it's dry now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to add a little red on that white, so it looks like it has that little red, that little spidery, the Black Widow kind of thing. There. So now it's got a little red, you know, on the spider kind of. All right, so that's the inside. So let's, now I'm gonna put my llama on here, and then we'll put it on the card. So I'm gonna use a bunch of dimensionals. Okay, I just grabbed the little baby ones. I also want to put some on the ears, so that they are a little more stable on the card. Okay. And then I picked Pool Party because I wanted to have a little brightness. And I think Pool Party goes with anything. It's kind of like, I mean, even beige would have went too, because that is part of the cardstock. But I just like that little pop of that Pool Party there. Okay. We have the cute little birthday hat. Now I am going to trim this. This is one of the reasons why I drew my own hat, because the piggy, if you stamp it, it's a little thick. It's a little, because it goes with the pig, which is a thickly drawn image, so it makes sense. But this image is drawn thinly, if that makes any sense at all. The pencil line, the marker line or whatever, is thin. And I felt that the hat, I thought I had one somewhere. I probably put it away. All right, just to show you, but it was just too thick. So I thought, you know what? I can draw my own little fun hat. You could even put the spider on the hat. That might be cute too. But I kind of like the little surprise of having it on the inside of the card. All right, so we have our little birthday hat, and I'm going to kind of put it like that so it's kind of at an angle. So I'm going to put a little green tip glue there to grab it. That won't take too awfully long for it to stick. All right, and then I'm going to take my eek. So we have our eek on here, and I'm going to have to stack a couple high so that it can go over here. So I'm just going to take, now these are the black dimensional, so they're perfect when you're using black cardstock. So if they show a little bit, it's not as obvious. All right. So I'm just kind of stick it on there, and then I trim what is hanging hanging off. Then I'll just peel and peel. And then I'll just stick another one on top. See, you can't even hardly see it there. So maybe you didn't know we had black dimensionals. But now you do. And they come in a multi-pack. So you get the big ones and the baby ones in the same pack. Okay. And then just peel and peel. And I'm going to put a little green tip, just a little bit there. So as it sits on our sweater, it's going to be a little secure as well. And I just kind of want it like that. Okay. So I think that is good and dry. I might add a little bit more red now that that's really dry. All right. So then we can put this on, and then we'll add our bling, and that is it. All right. Got our dimensionals. Oops. That wants to stick on my finger. Okay. And then that's just going to go right in the center-ish. Like that. Isn't that cute? All right. And then I want to use the bling. Now, what did I do with the bling? Oh, hang on. It's back here. So I'm going to use the rainbow adhesive backed dots. And these come in an array of colors, but they don't really have this orangey look. So I'm going to take my dark Timid Tiger. And you can see I have colored a couple of them. So see that? So I'm just going to take my dark Timid Tiger and color right on there. And now I have 3 cute little dots that are Timid Tiger. And now they're more orangey to go with my card. And it just takes a second to dry. So you can do that with the blends with pretty much all of the embellishments. You can even do that to ribbon. Just know that it's a little hard on the tip. You know, if you, like, this is pretty smooth, so I don't think it would hurt it too much. But if you're coloring something like jaggedy, you know, it can be a little hard on the tip. So usually if I'm going to do that, I have like blends that, you know, that I flick and they get kind of tore up. And then those are ones that I do a little bit more stuff with than, you know, like good ones. All right. But they're so inexpensive that I don't worry about it too much. All right. And then I usually color with the chisel tip anyway. All right. So there we have. So see, they blend with the color really, really well. All right. And I think I'm like looking at the one I did over, and I think that's all that I did to that. But isn't that so cute? So here's the one I did earlier. So they look pretty darn similar, I think. But this is the one that we did in class. So this is the one that if you take my long time no see, you would actually do this one. And it's a birthday as well. But it's got more birthday colors than the fall. It doesn't have the eek, you know, and it doesn't have the spider. And then I just did sorry, I'm a little behind. But I thought this was just so fun. You know, we don't really know how old Linda is. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. And then I also colored this one in browns, and I did this one in gray. So I changed them up a little bit. I also used a different dye behind that, just just so it wasn't identical. All right, so hopefully you like that. They are just so fun to color, these little critters. And hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's card with the alien dog, because that was really fun. If you missed that, make sure you check out yesterday's video. Otherwise, I will see you Friday for my Dies shorts, and that will be at 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. Have a great night, and I'll see you then. All right, bye for now.